Good morning. We're here in the city of Assos. We were just down at the coast last night and earlier this morning looking at the beaches of Troas, and now we're in the city of Assos. This city's just absolutely amazing. Take a look. So another long day on the bus. We're walking, so we're going to take every advantage to walk. A little brisk, as you can tell, everyone's bundled up, but absolutely stunning sunrise. So day's just getting started. Let's go learn something. Here we are, the Acropolis on top of Assos. Acropolis meaning a temple, high places. This particular one is a temple to the goddess Athena, the goddess of wisdom, the goddess of war. And spectacular place. On the high top, you've got view of the Mediterranean, the Greek Isles, all across the panorama, which we'll have. But this is one of those fantastic places and things that bring history to life. Why Paul may have wanted to come, why he returned. But it's just one of those things, as we can see all around, it's stunning, it's beautiful. Turkish coffee, street style, in Assos. This is living.
Okay. Oh, my God.
All right, really neat. The person making the coffee wanted to see his video, so we have to stop. Check out this little Turkish coffee, little cup, right? And then, do you remember what the time period was on that table?
I think it was like 500 BC or something like
Yeah, so the only place in the world where you can have coffee on a coffee table from 500 BC. I mean, you gotta love that. So,
that. Cheers.
cheers. We're gonna open that up. Look at that little coffee cup. Right. Cheers. It's cold out here, but that is absolutely incredible. Finally got stopped. It's lunchtime because lunchtime we like to talk to people, and we're gonna be on our way going up to Pergamon. So that's exciting. So we're gonna have a little bit of walk up there. It's a very large site, we're told. So we're getting some energy. So before we get to lunch, it's time for our interview of the day. So let me introduce you to my friend Carolyn here. I'm gonna put this thing down. And so Carolyn, how's this tour been so far?
So far it's been exciting. Lots to look at, lots to see, interesting sights. But this morning was interesting. What stood out to me was just the area where the Athena's, I guess, castle or whatever that was there. Just incredible. Looking at the scenery, just where it was located. This little town it's in, and the hike that we had to take to get there was really, really interesting.
Right on. Now, did you have any expectations before we got on the plane to come here?
Everything is exciting because I just never know what I'm going to see. So when you get to these sites, it's like what you think is there is really something just you can't even imagine what it was,
Right on.
And you have this thought of, oh, it'll be a ruin, but not exactly what it looks like, but how beautiful it is.
That's awesome. Well, there you go. Another person whose expectations have been exceeded. Stay tuned. Guess where we're at? We're at the top of a big hill, right? But we are at the Acropolis in the city of Pergamon. Sound familiar? Acropolis, remember what we said in Assos? It's at the highest point in the area. Well, this one's a lot higher than the one in Assos, as you can see out there. Let me turn you around here. Here's your Acropolis there. So we're about ready to go in. It is a national museum. And so far, Turkey is not disappointing. So Church of Pergamon, you remember her? Right on. We're gonna have fun.
Yes.
We're gonna go learn of a bunch of stuff, right?
Yes.
Now, why is Pergamon important?
Oh gosh, I don't know.
Me neither. That's why we're here. It's amazing. Place where they had all their gods, temples, administrative buildings, gods guarding everything, or all their demigods are guarding everything. Very cool, very awesome. Educational. Okay, you can't see me, but you can hear me, and we are going down to the theater area of the Acropolis. There we go. And we're going to be coming out this tunnel. I want you to watch this view. Look at that. All right, I want you to look how steep this is. You won't be able to tell. Here we are at the bottom of the theater. Isn't this awesome? And you know what? As I'm talking, they can still hear me up there. I want to do a lesson from here. But now we got to go get up. For what goes down must go up. Stairmaster. Stairmaster. Yeah, man. There you go. All right, here we are. We are at the Temple of Zeus, and the one thing about these tours is you'll end up with a surprise every now and then. Our surprise this tour is we ran into David Barton, or he actually joined us. So I have here Mr. Barton.
Hey guys.
From Texas, and we were talking at the temple, and he brought up a great point relating our U.S. our U.S. history with here in Pergamon in Turkey. And Mr. Barton, would you be able to sum that up for us?
You bet. In Pergamon, where we are, this, among other places, in addition to the influence of the Greeks, the Romans, etc., really pagan center, there was a physician here that was really, he was kind of keen about 176 AD. His name was Galen. Galen he really revolutionized medicine. He kind of applied the scientific method to medicine instead of just emotions and herbs and whatever somebody said. He really studied things out. And so it's interesting that in his writings, and he is a guy who has a lot of writings, he talked about the followers of Moses and of Christ. You always put those two together, Christians and Jews, followers of Moses and Christ. And from the American standpoint, if you look at American medicine, the father of American medicine is a guy named Benjamin Rush. He's a signer of the Declaration of Independence, but he's the guy who really started the study of medicine from a scientific standpoint. Amazingly, 250 years ago, he's practicing medicine. He came up with things 250 years ago that we still use in medicine today, which, if you can imagine, technology. So he really is the father of American medicine, but he cites Galen as the big influence on his life and going in that scientific approach to medicine, where you really you look at statistics and what works and what doesn't, etc. So here out of Turkey, here in Pergamon, here on top of the hill, it's where Galen was, but that had a huge influence in American medicine as well.
Isn't that cool? I mean, we have here, you know, centuries old, millennia old, and we're still using the technology, and it's coming from here, and it's something that those of you who follow Mr. Barton know that he's tied a lot of that ancient history to our own U.S. Constitution and our own U.S. history. So again, thank you so much, Mr. Barton.
My pleasure. Thanks, guys.
Stay tuned. We got 4 more days. Bye. Here we are. Susan,
hey.
where are we at?
Where are we? Red Basilica.
We are at the
Pergamon.
Red Basilica at Pergamon.
And
I know
it's red.
nothing about this. You know anything about this?
It's red.
It's red.
We're only looking at the outside today, though.
Yes. So let's listen to our tour guide, Cenk.
Yes, sir. Thank you, thank you.
He's been phenomenal.
Thank you very much. So kind. The Red Basilica is the construction inside is strictly forbidden to enter because it's dangerous, because of those walls are still not completely rebuilt.